So right now we're taking you to Australia because Muslim in Australia celebrate Eid al-Adha this Saturday and they gather to perform Eid prayer at the Melbourne Grand Mosque.
For further details, we are now connected with our correspondent in Australia. Good morning, Muhammad Andri.
Good morning, everyone.
Hi. Happy Eid al-Adha for you. And since we're waiting for the Eid al-Adha celebration tomorrow in Indonesia, how does Australia celebrate Eid al-Adha? And where do Muslims in Australia usually pray during the day?
The Islamic Council in Australia, via the Grand Mufti of Australia, which is Dr. Ibrahim Abdul Muhammad, announces that Friday of 8th of July 2022 is the day of Arafah. So the Eid al-Adha is held on Saturday, 9th of July 2022 in Australia. And Eid al-Adha is among the holiest events, as we all know, as well as significant annual Islamic celebrations for Muslim communities across Australia. But unlike in Indonesia, Eid al-Adha is not a nationwide holiday in Australia. Like most Islamic organizations may close or over lower levels of service. There may be a local traffic congestions from mosques where Eid al-Adha celebrations are held. As you can see behind me now is I'm at the Melbourne Grand Mosque. Many Muslims are unite in prayer at this mosque and other appropriate venues during Eid al-Adha today.
We can hear the
Yeah,
sound
that's
of the
very,
takbir.
it's so nice to see people celebrating, Andri. Now, I remember when I lived in Melbourne, I remember people gathering in the mosque together to pray, but also after we would, gather at each other's houses and whatnot to celebrate with food, with some meat.
Yeah.
Now, right now where you are, during the pandemic, are there any celebrations for Indonesian Muslims in Australia, particularly in Melbourne?
Well, yeah, I mean, there are quite a few of the Indonesian communities here in Australia, and they are celebrating Eid al-Adha today in a few different places. Like in Melbourne, one of the biggest Indonesian community is called the Indonesian Muslim Community of Victoria. For Eid al-Adha, what they do is they are collecting donations from Indonesian people in Australia, and they distribute the donation to Indonesia. So I spoke to them yesterday. In 2021, they managed to gather and send more than 21,000 Australian dollars. And for this year, as of yesterday when I spoke to them, they managed to collect almost $10,000 Australian dollars and ready to be sent to Indonesia. So it's very quite a big number for donations from Melbourne to Indonesia.
Yes, Kak Andre, and I believe it's always another beautiful story as an Indonesian to celebrate it other in another country, and right now you are in Australia. But is there any tradition that are commonly celebrated in Australia during Eid al-Adha?
Eid al-Adha is also a time for many Muslims to make donations to the poor and the needy. The observance is known as the Feast of Sacrifice because it traditionally includes the sacrifice of an animal permitted for food, like goats, sheep, cattle, and camels. Some of these foods are donated to charitable causes as an act of thanksgiving for God's mercy. Unlike in Indonesia, where people can arrange for slaughter of sacrificial animals independently, this practice look different in Australia because of the strict regulation. Kurbani must be carried out in a slaughterhouse, and only one of the organizations over this service. Most of the people here in Australia, they send the Kurbani to perform overseas. This could be in different countries like Africa, Lebanon, Palestine, and the money is typically paid to humanitarian organizations to conduct the Kurbani and to distribute the meat in countries or communities where meat is considered a luxury.
Okay, Andrew, since we know that Islam is a minority religion in Australia, and we know as well that Muslim community is quite big in Australia, how does the majority perceive Eid al-Adha celebration?
Well, in my opinion, I think it's pretty much the same like how we perceive Eid al-Adha in Indonesia. Eid al-Adha is a festival that has a special atmosphere of peace, respect, giving and receiving. It is a special day for children as well because it is a day to socialize with family, friends, and Eid al-Adha. Many Muslims in Australia are united in prayer at mosques and other appropriate venues during Eid al-Adha. People are also exchange gifts with one to another and celebrate a feast together. Today is also the symbol of togetherness. So, for example, like in Melbourne Grand Mosque, they are arranging the pray for today and tomorrow. So even though most people here are following the Muslim calendar, but those who are following the moon sighting still can come to this mosque to pray tomorrow morning.
Oh,
Nice.
that's right.
Oh,
There
it's,
you go.
yeah.
Muhammad, Andre, thank you so much for the updates. And we know it's winter time in Melbourne, but we wish you a safe, warm, and blessed Eid al-Adha.